If you thought the world of celebrity was already dramatic enough, think again. This week, the spotlight has landed squarely on Pattie Mallette, the mother of pop superstar Justin Bieber. The headlines are swirling. Drama, desperation, and prayer are suddenly the words on everyone's lips when it comes to Pattie. But what's really going on behind the carefully curated Instagram posts and cryptic tweets? Why is Justin Bieber's mother making headlines for causing major drama? And why is she turning so intensely to faith in this moment? Let's pull back the curtain, piece together the story, and find out what's fueling the frenzy. The drama didn't begin overnight. In fact, Pattie Mallette has had a tumultuous relationship with fame ever since her son burst onto the music scene as a teenage sensation. Over the years, she's been open about her struggles, substance abuse, a challenging childhood, and the overwhelming pressures of motherhood, especially with a son in the global limelight. But this week, something shifted. It started with a series of emotional social media posts. On a Tuesday afternoon, Pattie shared a lengthy message on her Instagram stories, speaking vulnerably about feeling lost, betrayed by those closest to her, and clinging to faith during the darkest storm. Almost immediately, fans and tabloids went into overdrive. Was this a veiled reference to Justin? Was there a family feud brewing behind the scenes? Or was Pattie's anguish rooted in something even deeper, perhaps a personal crisis that had nothing to do with her famous son? Social media has an uncanny ability to fan the flames of speculation, and this situation was no exception. Twitter threads dissected every word of Pattie's posts, with some users convinced that she was subtly calling out Justin's wife, Hailey Bieber. Others wondered if the drama was related to rumored tensions between Justin and his management team, or even a possible health scare. One thing was certain. Pattie's choice to express her pain publicly was a calculated risk. In the world of celebrity, vulnerability can be both a strength and a weapon. Some fans rushed to support her, flooding her comments with messages of love and encouragement. Others accused her of seeking attention or stirring up unnecessary drama at a time when her son is already grappling with his own challenges. To truly understand the current situation, you have to look at the history of the Bieber family dynamic. Pattie Mallette was just 18 when she gave birth to Justin. She raised him as a single mother in Stratford, Ontario, working multiple jobs to make ends meet and nurturing his musical talents from a young age. Their bond has always been close, but not without its complications. Over the years, Pattie has been open about her hopes and fears for Justin. She's spoken candidly in interviews about her struggles with addiction and mental health, and how faith played a pivotal role in her recovery. She's also admitted that Justin's rapid rise to fame put a strain on their relationship. There have been periods of distance, misunderstandings, and even public disagreements, but ultimately, the bond between mother and son has endured. In her 2013 memoir, Pattie wrote about praying for Justin every day, sometimes out of gratitude, sometimes out of desperation. There were times, she confessed, when I didn't know if either of us would make it through. So when Pattie turns to prayer in the midst of new drama, it's not just a headline. It's a return to the coping mechanism that has sustained her through life's toughest storms. But what exactly is Pattie praying for right now? Some insiders suggest that the drama is less about family feuds and more about Pattie's personal journey. In recent months, she's reportedly been working on a new book and exploring opportunities in public speaking, focusing on themes of healing and redemption. The pressure of reinventing herself outside of her son's shadow may be taking an emotional toll. Others believe that Pattie is deeply concerned about Justin's well-being. The singer has been candid about his battles with depression, anxiety, and physical health issues over the past few years. Being a mother never stops, no matter how old your child is or how famous they become. For Pattie, turning to prayer is both an act of love and a way to cope with feelings of helplessness. Sometimes, the only thing you can do is pray, Pattie wrote in a follow-up post. When everything feels out of control, when you can't fix it, can't change it, can't make it better, you just have to trust that God is listening. As is often the case with public figures, Pattie's vulnerability has sparked a range of reactions. Some fans have praised her honesty and faith, drawing inspiration from her willingness to share her struggles. "You're not alone, Pattie," one commenter wrote. "Thank you for reminding us that it's okay to not be okay." Others, however, have taken a more skeptical view. Critics argue that airing personal drama on social media can be damaging, both for Pattie and for her family. There's a fine line between being authentic and oversharing, one fan noted. Sometimes, you need to handle things privately, especially when your son's life is already under a microscope. Still, there's no denying that Pattie's posts have struck a chord. In a culture that often prizes perfection and polish, her willingness to admit vulnerability is both refreshing and controversial. So far, Justin Bieber and his wife Hailey have remained silent on the matter. No official statements, no public displays of support or rebuttal. Some insiders say that the family is dealing with things privately, hoping to avoid further escalation. Others believe that Justin's silence is a sign of deeper tension, a rift that words alone can't heal. Meanwhile, Pattie continues to post, sharing Bible verses, words of encouragement, and updates on her journey. She's made it clear that, no matter what, she refuses to give up hope. "Every storm runs out of rain," she wrote in a recent update. "I'm holding on to that promise. The world will keep watching, speculating, and analyzing every move the Bieber family makes. But beneath the headlines and hashtags, there's a universal truth at play. Family is messy, fame is complicated, and faith is sometimes all you have when everything else falls apart." For now, Pattie Mallette is the one in the spotlight, causing drama, yes, but also desperately praying for peace. Whether this is a passing storm or the beginning of a new chapter remains to be seen. But if there's one thing we can learn from Pattie's story, it's this. Even in the glare of the world's attention, it's possible to be both vulnerable and strong, both desperate and hopeful. And sometimes the most powerful thing you can do in the face of drama is to get down on your knees and pray. Stay tuned. If the past is any indication, the Bieber family saga is far from over,